I install the icon?
Yes, sir.
What about skip? Loading. Okay, effect.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are here to present our product Enlight, which will help us educate the people in India. Now, the challenge in front of us is that 34.62% of the people in India cannot read or write. A lot of measures have been implemented to reduce this illiteracy rate. The first being the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan by the National Literacy Mission. In this, they propose that there be one teacher per village which will educate the masses present there. But for this, 7 million teachers are required. And at this rate, India will become literate by the year 2050. Seeing this, the TCS proposed the TCS Literacy Project, which is based on the computers. What they proposed was that a computer be installed in every village with 30 to 40 hours of recorded content. Now this content would be used to educate the people. This has increased the rate, but still it is not enough. Herein comes our product, Enlight. This is our product. This is capable of handling multimedia, transmitting and receiving educational information, and thus conducting interactive classes without the teacher being present on site. Let us look into the setup scenario of the product. Suppose there is a regional center surrounded by villages. Suppose we take a sample village and a class is going on in the village. Our product will be there in the class. A GSM connection will be set up between a regional center and the product. Now the teacher present at the regional center can send a signal which will be received by a product in the class. Now this signal will consist of 3 parts: the text, the audio, and the control bits. The text will be then displayed on the screen and with the audio echoed out. For the control bits, what we do is that if the teacher wants a particular animation to be displayed for better understanding of the teachers, he sends control bits to the product which is already in the class. Now these control bits then access the memory that is present in the product, and the animation stored in the product is displayed on the screen. Thus the class can interact with the teacher. Thus the class can see what is being shown and even hear the voice of the teacher from the regional center. If a student has a particular query, he can voice it, and herein the product will send a signal to the regional center. The teacher present at the regional center can listen to the query and answer it accordingly. In this way, a two-way GSM call is being set up, which helps us educate the class present in the village. Now this is the 3-dimensional view of our product. Now it's in the shape of a rectangular box, making it highly portable. Now this product has been made keeping into mind the idea that we wanted to bring classroom teaching to the villages without having the need for extensive human resources. Now this is the product that we plan to install in all the villages. Now let me go into details of the product. Now onto the front of the product you can see this is the LCD mechanism. Now onto the base we have the reflectors. Light from the fluorescent lamps followed onto the reflectors, and this is got onto the LCD screen. This LCD screen further projects the image onto the wall through a series of lenses, all of which are manually adjustable. And now we come to the fan side. Now the fan is installed onto the opposite side of the wall to keep the LCD screen from heating up due to the fluorescent lamp's heat. Now coming to the speakerphone and the microphone part. Speakerphone is used out here to echo the content transmitted at the villages at the village end, and microphone does exactly the reverse. Microphone takes the doubts from the people and transmits that to the regional center. Now these are switches making the product highly interactive. Coming to the battery part. Now we have had a battery feature in our product because we feel that there are frequent power cuts in the villages, and we require a product that can support the frequent power cuts, that can run in the frequent power cut situation also. And out here, this battery runs three major parts of our product: the processing hub, the LCD projection system, as well as the speaker system, right? And now comes the PCB part. This processing hub mainly encompasses the SIM card, the transceiver part, the memory part, and the processor part. Now coming to the part details, this product basically has 4 parts, all of which, out of which 3 have been explained, namely LCD projection system, the speakerphone microphone system, and the battery system. Now comes the processing hub.
Okay, the processing hub is the heart of the heart of our device. Let us assume that there is a class going on, and at the regional center, the teacher is giving a lecture. Now, the signal, then the teacher's audio voice and the text which he wants to display at the remote end is transmitted to the GSM band. So the RF transceiver receives the signal which is at 800 megahertz, and then it converts it into the 70 megahertz baseband. Now the 70 megahertz one has 124 channels. That's the standard GSM protocol. Now the second block, which we will design using a Xilinx FPGA, that is, we will burn a code on it, which will do the phase shift keying demodulation part. So it removes the other 123 channels and gets us from the 70 megahertz signal to the 10 kbps frames. So, and then the frames are passed on to the digital signal processor. Apart from the usual functions which a DSP does, which is decoding and de-encrypting and error correction, it has to do one special thing here, that is the frame splitting. The data which the instructor at the regional center sends has both the audio as well as the text and control data. So